Good evening. Welcome to yoga. Tonight, even though I had intentions this week of doing an all core building strength week, um, it's not going to happen tonight. So, here's an example of giving yourself grace, humility, and the acknowledgement of your weaknesses. Um, as some of you know, um, I do have a lot of chronic pain. I have a lot of very advanced and painful arthritis throughout my body. And today I was humbled by the cold weather and doing hours of massage, um, that I'm just not where I once was. Um, I'm not able to do the things that I used to do or want to do all the time. And I still have the mentality like a 20-year-old, even though I'm almost 50, right? It's a mix of ego, pride, um, self worth, a little bit of everything all rolled into one. And I'm sharing this with you because I want you to know and realize and accept that it's okay when you have shitty days, when you have days where you hurt or, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of the above. That it's okay to just humble yourself and give yourself some grace and say, okay, we're going to take it down a notch, right? This is a lesson that I'm continuing to learn. And it's happened it's progressed a little faster than I thought it would. But, we have to honor ourselves, our bodies, our minds, our spirits. And so I need to be open with my yoga community, in sharing all of that. So, that being said, tonight we're going to focus on some letting go, uh, tension relief, some good slow stretches and slow work for anyone who does experience any kind of joint pain, chronic fatigue, um, any of those numerous unfortunate events that happens to all of us, and just knowing that it's okay to move a little slower, to take it down when we need to, and to admit that, I'm not 20 years old anymore. I can't just power through things that I used to, but I think that that's a valuable lesson that, certainly all of us can learn from. That being said, let's start out in a simple cross legged pose. Let's just take a couple minutes, try to ground yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, everything. Just take some nice deep breaths in and out. And check in with your body here. Where's your posture? Keep those sitting bones firmly planted. Keep the hands loosely on the legs or the knees, shoulders back, head neutral. And let's just breathe for a moment. Let's go ahead, take a nice deep breath in, bring those arms overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. Let's go ahead and move into a really nice gentle stretch for that spine. So bring the left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you. If you can, look over that right shoulder. If it's too much strain on the neck, just look forward. Back to center. Right hand to the left knee, left hand behind. Back to center. Let's go ahead and keep the sitting bones grounded and just walk the hands out in front. Come back to center. Let's just roll the shoulders back a few times. And then forward. Let's go ahead. Let's take a nice stretch up. Keep that left wrist in the right hand and just stretch to the right. Back to center. Release. One more time. Bring the arms up, the left wrist in the right hand, or the left hand. Stretch to the left side. Back to center and release. Go ahead and bring those hands behind the back. Interlock the fingers, roll the shoulders. Let's take a couple of nice deep breaths here, just focusing on lifting those arms away from the body a little bit. And then slowly, keeping the butt on the floor, start to roll forward. Let's come back up slowly. Nice. Release those arms. We're going to keep that left hand underneath of the left leg. We're going to take our right hand to the side, the left side of the face, and just gently press the head and neck down to the right. Now, there doesn't need to be a lot of movement with this. It doesn't have to be a huge release here. We're working kind of the smaller fibers of the muscles in the neck to try to release. And you can adjust this by looking down, looking forward, looking up, and you'll notice that every time you look down, forward, or up, that's triggering a little bit different activity in those muscles, which is good. Couple more nice deep breaths here. And then slowly lead yourself out of this. This is one of those moves where you don't want to be jerky, you don't want to move too fast, okay? Ease yourself out of it. Let's bring that left hand over to the right side of the face, sit on that right hand, and same thing on this side. And don't try to force anything here, right? Honor your body and your neck. The neck holds a lot of tension, a lot of emotion, a lot of blockage that we put in there, a lot of protection and guarding. So we want to honor the space of the neck, not just bully through it. Okay. Come back to center. Nice. Let's go ahead and extend those legs out in front. Walk your hands down. If you can hold on to your toes, great. If it's your ankles, your shins, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're just going to release the upper body here, meaning release the tension in your arms, your shoulders, the upper back, your neck. Just kind of let everything hang loose and release. And then slowly come back up. Let's keep that left leg extended, bend the right leg down, and come down over that left leg. And come back up. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Come down over that right leg, and don't be alarmed or surprised if you're able to get lower and deeper into one side of the stretch than the other. That's completely normal. And then slowly come back up. We're going to come over onto hands and knees. Let's go ahead and sit back on the heels, and we're just going to extend those arms out in front just a little bit. And all we're going to do here is a gentle rocking motion forward and back. So you're just going to go forward and back. This really helps to keep the spine more flexible. It helps the hips, the hip flexors, the legs, the knees. Let's just go ahead and keep doing this for about another minute. Nice and slow. Take it at your own pace. Once you get into the rhythm, use your inhale to move back and your exhale to move forward. And 2 more times. And then come back up to the hands and knees. And all we're going to do here is just do circles clockwise first. And like always with these, just do them at your own pace. You can make them as small or as big as you want, as slow or as fast. The only rule is to keep those hands and knees on the floor. Okay, the purpose of this is to completely warm up the hips, the spine. It helps lubricate the joints around those areas so that if you do have any pain in those areas, this is a really good way to just kind of help the circulation keep going and to help prevent any future blockages and excess pain. And one more on this side. Perfect. Come back to center. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just the other direction. Nice. Let's do that one more time. Come back to center. And let's go ahead and we're just going to step that right foot forward. Keep that left knee down. Go ahead and just come up, pressing gently into that right leg, keeping the shoulders back. Nice stretch for those hips. And then we're going to bring the hands down. We're going to straighten this right leg so that the heel is on the floor and just lean into it a little bit. You don't need to go very far. This is a very intense stretch on its own, just for the back of the legs. A couple more deep breaths here. And then we're going to plant that right foot down. Take both hands to the inside of that right foot. Take a few nice deep breaths here. This just helps stretch some of the inner thigh muscles a little bit deeper. Then go ahead, step that right leg back, step that left foot forward. Nice stretch here. Come up, bring the hands, gently resting them on that left leg. And then break those hands down, extend that left leg out. Leave just that left heel on the floor. Really nice deep stretch for the back of the leg here, even going up through the glute and the lower back. And then let's bend that left knee back in. Bring the hands back up for a second. Nice deep stretch, focusing on releasing a little bit through that right side. And then drop the hands to the inside of that left foot. And then go ahead, come back up to hands and knees. Come back down. Let's go ahead and roll down onto that back. And we're going to start just by doing a full body extension here. This is a really good way not just to stretch the entire body, but to kind of feel where areas feel imbalanced for you. So if your shoulders seems like one is up, one is down, or your hips or your ankles, let's just take a second here and align everything, breathing through it. Try to get so that your shoulders feel like they're even, your hips, your ankles, and your feet. Try to let those shoulders relax into the floor. And from here, all we're going to do is just sit up, extend those arms out towards the toes, back up like into an L, and then lower back down. This is just helping keep that lower back mobile and flexible. Let's do that a couple more times. Come up, L, into the toes forward, back up into an L, and back down. One more time. Inhale, up, L, forward to the toes, back up, and all the way back down. Let's go ahead and just bring both knees into the chest, letting the shoulders relax towards the floor. And instead of gently rocking from side to side like we usually do, let's just rock forward and back just a few times, really massaging that spine. One more time. And then slowly lower back down. Let's extend that left leg out. Bring that right knee in. When you do this, it's important to help or to remind yourself to let go of your shoulders here because our instinct is to either hold them up to our ears or forward. Okay, so let's just release that completely. That'll also help you get a deeper stretch for that leg. And then release. Let's bring that left leg in. Same thing here. And release. Let's bring both feet to the floor. Walk those feet together. Let the knees drop open. We're just going to hang out here for a couple minutes tonight, really honing into the body, noticing and tuning in to what parts of your body are sore and tight. And let's just focus on the rise and fall of the belly in the hands. Nice deep breaths, couple more here. And let's slowly extend those legs out. Let's just keep the hands right on that belly. Feeling the rise and fall of the belly and the hands on each breath. And go ahead and keep that left hand on the belly. Bring the right hand up to the chest. Keep that right hand on the chest. Bring that left hand up to the forehead. And then let's just bring those arms overhead for a nice stretch. Bend the knees in. Roll yourself up. Let's come back to a simple cross-legged pose. Take a nice couple of deep breaths here with the shoulders relaxed. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring the palms together, hands down to the chest. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.